A listomania. Think less but see it grow.
Hello everybody, it's the Lawn Gnome and welcome to your July episode of 2019 series of 10 for 12. If you're new to my channel, first of all, let me just say welcome, it's a pleasure to have you. And for all of you coming back, I know that you're always excited for a top 10 list of something. And today, we're going to be carrying on a tradition that I have been doing for a couple of years now, and that is the theme of Disney. We're actually going to have a decent amount of Disney-themed 10 for 12 because I am doing a very special thing with 10 for 12 in 2020, and I haven't talked about it just yet, but it's going to be something really, really special. So because of that, I'm planning on cramming a lot of Disney-themed stuff into this year's series of 10 for 12s. So we've done a lot of good ones. We've done villain sidekicks, hero sidekicks, and villains. But now I want to tackle the topic of my 10 favorite Disney guardian angels. Now, what exactly is a guardian angel? It's not necessarily a sidekick of a Disney hero. Rather, it is one that is there for the sake of offering the hero advice and a helping hand, than rather just tagging along and following his or her every move. So I wanted to once again deal with just Canon classics, and of course I've got a great group of people collaborating with me on this. They are all fans of Disney, and their names will be in the box provided below, and I'm really excited to see what they're going to choose as their own specific Disney guardian angels, because even though I am just doing Disney Canon classics, everyone's allowed to do whatever they want. So I've got my 10, and I really wanted to think long and hard about the ones that I felt were my 10 favorites, and I really hope you guys will appreciate the ones that I've chosen. Number 10 is Big Mama from The Fox and the Hound. Big Mama couldn't be more of a guardian angel, a true motherly figure to Todd the Fox, because even though she is not always there to give him guidance, whenever she is in his presence, she does want to offer him a helping hand and a good piece of advice, whether it's through an actual spoken word or even through song. And what better person to voice Big Mama than the legendary singer Pearl Bailey? The songs may not be some of the greatest and most memorable songs from Disney, but they definitely were some of the more meaningful, because I personally felt that The Fox and the Hound was one of the better written Disney Canon classics. Number 9 is a trio, and it is the Good Fairies, Fauna, Flora, and Merryweather from Sleeping Beauty.
Of course.
They may not be the sharpest crayons in the box, but they have hearts of gold, and they will do anything to keep Aurora safe. And even when it came to the point where they actually met up with Prince Philip to finally take down Maleficent for good, you couldn't have asked for 3 more wonderful guiding spirits for that Disney princess. Number 8. You probably expected him to show up in this list. It's Phil from Hercules.
You got something I never seen before.
Phil, voiced by the legendary Danny DeVito, was someone who just wanted to see Hercules be a hero, but also be a good hero, with a good heart and a good head on his shoulders. And it was also great because of the fact that he was always disappointed by the heroes that he tried to train in the past, and when Hercules came along, he finally got the glory that he deserved, and he was written in the stars, and people would look up and say, "That's Phil's boy." Number 7 is Bagheera from the Jungle Book.
You're going back to the Man Village right now.
Bagheera the Panther has a mission to bring Mowgli from his family of wolves to the human village, trying to make sure that Mowgli gets to his destination, even though there are a great many distractions. But one of the few things that I love so much about Bagheera is how level-headed and how he's always able to keep cool. Even when he deals with the likes of Baloo and King Louie, he always keeps his eye on the prize, and he wants to make sure that Mowgli does get his happily ever after. Number 6 is Merlin from The Sword and the Stone.
Well, so you did drop in for tea after all.
As I got older, I wasn't the biggest fan of The Sword and the Stone, but Merlin is without a doubt one of the greatest Disney guardian angels. He just wants Arthur, even though he didn't even think he could become the king, he just wanted Arthur to be a good guy, Great, level-headed gentleman, also very knowledgeable, with a good head on his shoulders, and just someone who knew more than everybody else in the Middle Ages / Dark Ages. And he also has some of the greatest moments in all of Disney canon classics. He also has one of the greatest scenes with the song Hockety Pockety, and of course, he has one of the greatest Disney sidekicks in the world in Archimedes. Number 5, I think a lot of people who watched my Disney sidekicks episode for the heroes are finally going to be glad to see this specific character on the list. It's Sebastian from The Little Mermaid.
Teenagers, they think they know everything. You give them an inch, they swim all over you.
Here is where Sebastian belongs. He's not Ariel's sidekick. He is Triton's guy, and his job is to make sure that Ariel is out of trouble. Flounder is Ariel's true sidekick, but Sebastian still wants to make sure that Ariel does get her own personal happy ending, and he will literally go into so many possible obstacles and into harm's way to make sure that it happens, even though he really does not want to. Number 4 is a little duo, and if I didn't put these guys on my list, my wife was going to kill me. But it is Jock and Gus from Cinderella.
Be careful. Real careful.
The two male mice leads in her little mouse pack, they are two of the most adorable and two of the most crafty in all of the mice that live with Cinderella and take care of her, but they are also the ones that have the most determined hearts to make sure that their Cinderella is happy even though she is in some of the darkest times in her life, and hopefully she will get her happy ending as well. Number 3. This one is probably going to shock you guys, but I really wanted to do some serious thinking when it comes to these lists, and I wanted to make sure that not a single character was skipped. This Disney Guardian Angel, you don't see him, but you hear him. And let me tell you, he couldn't be one of the more prominent roles in this specific Disney character's life. It's the narrator from Winnie the Pooh.
Say, who are you?
I'm the narrator.
Oh, well, please, for goodness sakes, narrate me down from here.
Even though he is just the person that is reading the story, he helps Winnie the Pooh and his friends out of this most serious of jams through the magic and the usage of the book. And that's why I felt the narrator was one of the most relevant characters in all of Disney canon classics to actually be a guardian angel. Number 2, I don't think you are all going to be surprised to see this one so high up and on this list. Of course, it is Genie from Aladdin.
Al, all joking aside, you really ought to be yourself.
Abu is Aladdin's sidekick, but Genie is the heart that drives Aladdin. He just wants Aladdin to be himself alongside getting his happy ending. He tells Aladdin not to hide his own personal persona to Princess Jasmine, and he gets Aladdin out of jams so many times, and thank goodness at the end, Aladdin will in fact return the favor. And that leaves me to my number 1, and this is probably one that will surprise you guys even more, because even though I've gotten characters like Sebastian and the narrator, my number 1 guardian angel is also a villain and the main antagonist of the movie Treasure Planet, and it's Silver.
No, you listen to me, James Hawkins. You got the makings of greatness in you.
Yes, he may be a villainous guy, and he may have bad intentions, but one of the few things that you see throughout Treasure Planet, and once again, recently seeing Treasure Planet, I loved this movie so much, he has such a soft spot and a heart for Jim, because he doesn't want Jim involved in what his plans are. He wants Jim to find happiness and find his place. And that's why when he finds out that Jim has a father that walked out on him, he wants to be that father figure. And even though he does do bad things in this movie, when he sees Jim in the line of fire, he tries everything that he possibly can to avoid Jim from getting hurt or possibly even heartbroken. And that's what makes him such a powerful character outside of being a villain. This is not a black and white villain. This is a total shade of gray, and that is why I classified Silver as a guardian angel. And those are my 10 favorite Disney Guardian Angels, everybody. Thank you very much for watching this new 10 for 12. I'm really hoping that you all enjoyed it, and I'm really looking forward to seeing all the collaborators that I have done this with, to see what their choices are, because this is a blind box as usual, but I'm looking forward to another Disney-themed episode of 10 for 12 next month. But what is it? You'll find out then. I'll see you in the next one. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. If you're new here and want to see more of what my channel has to offer, please click on the link to my last video, or hit that subscribe button to be kept up to date with all of my uploads. Content of all sorts is posted here quite often, so trust me, you do not want to fall behind. I will see you in the comments, and actions speak louder than words.